back. So today I have a lower body booty band workout for you. You do not need to have a booty band necessarily to do any of these moves. So if you don't have one, do not worry about it. I do have my two different levels. So I have one that's more of a medium and then one that's a little bit lighter. I'll probably start with my lighter one just to gauge for the first round, and then I may bump up to my more medium one for the second round. So I have 8 exercises for you. As I said, we're going to have 2 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off in between. So the only equipment that you need today that's optional, if you don't have it, is a booty band, and then a mat underneath you or a soft surface, some water, and a towel. And I think with all that being said, we are ready to get warmed up. All right, so let's start with a nice big step touch here, nice and big. Tap and reach overhead. We're going to sink into those legs just a little bit. Start to get them warmed up. And 4, 3, 2. Let's take this arm across here. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it to a squat. Weight in the heels, toes and knees to meet, chest lifted nice and high, squeezing, engaging those glutes at the top. Core is in. Sinking lower as those legs start to warm up. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's take it nice and wide, sumo squat here. Tailbone under, back nice and flat. Chest lifted, knees pressing back. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's warm up that spine. Step and rotate. Core is in tight. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take the knee up and over, opening up those hips, stretching out those hips. One more each side. Good. Let's inchworm it out here. Try to keep those legs nice and straight. Walk it out. Hands underneath those shoulders. Let's walk it back. Hold here. Walk it back out. Again, walk it back. And take it out. We're going to hold here. Let's take the right leg forward. Press those hips down. Good, one more each side. Right leg forward and back left. And hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk it back and roll it up. Good, let's pull that knee up here. Good, hold the right one up, circle that ankle, chest is lifted nice and high, shoulders are back and down, other way. Good, switch. And other way. All right, we are ready to get going. So our first exercise is going to be a squat, and we're going to pivot, turning to the right, back to center, and then pivot the other way to the left. So Toes and knees can be very important. This band, if you're using it, is gonna make you wanna do this. Fight against it. The added little resistance is really gonna work and target those glutes and that lower body. So make sure it's above those knees, in between the hips and the knees, right in the middle of that thigh. So we're gonna squat, then we're gonna pivot, and I'm turning my toes and knees to face the side. So it's not a sumo squat. Then I pivot back front and pivot the other way. All right, so we have 40 seconds here. I'm gonna bump up because I don't feel like this is gonna be enough. All right, and you can always bump back down. If you start and then you feel like it's too much, you can switch out if you have two bands. In 3, 2, 1, here we go, 40 seconds. So we squat, turn and squat. And I'm staying low, I'm not standing all the way up. My chest is lifted the whole time. Rest. All right, next we're tapping the leg to the back and lifting. So right side's gonna be first. We're gonna sink down, tap it back, lift, tap, in, tap, lift, tap, in. Notice this is not happening. Chest lifted nice and high. Left leg is soft, don't lock out that knee. Here we go. So we tap, lift, tap, and back center. Tap, lift, and that core is in nice and tight. My left knee is pointing straight, it's not buckling in. Squeezing that right glute, so lift that leg. Rest. All right, we have the other side. Looks exactly the same. Working that left leg. Right knee, don't lock it out, stays nice and soft. All right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we tap it back, lift and squeeze, down and in. I'm actually a little bit more than a micro bend on my right knee. I'm actually almost sinking down into a little mini squat. My weight is in my heel. Rest. All right, 2 squat blocks. We're gonna stand and leg lift. So we're gonna go to the right first. We're gonna sink down, 1, 2. Again, make sure those knees don't buckle in. Come up, side leg lift. Don't let this happen. Stay nice and straight up, side leg lift. Sink it back down, repeat over to the left. Here we go. Sink it low, chest lifted. Come up, squeeze the glutes, leg lift. Sink down. And your hands can go wherever. I just like to hold them here. They can go on your hips, on your shoulders, out to the side, wherever you're comfortable. Rest. All right. We're coming down to the floor. We have a butterfly glute bridge. So, bottoms of the feet together. We're gonna let those knees fall open here. And all we're doing is lifting the hips. All right, here we go. pushing against that band if you're using one. If you're not using one, the moves look exactly the same. That band just gives you a little bit of added resistance. Squeezing those glutes, coming up as high as you can. Rest. All right, we're coming up. I believe we are flipping over. Yes. All right, so we're working the right side. We're coming on all fours. Knees are going to be right under those hips, hands right under those shoulders. My core is engaged. I have no arch in my back. Engage that core. I'm coming up and then hydrant to the side. All right, so you're flexing that heel, pressing that heel to the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we lift and take it out to the side. Up and squeeze, out to the side. And when that leg comes up, you're not arching your back stays nice and flat. That core is nice and engaged. Squeeze the glute, squeeze it again here. All right, we're doing the other side. Set yourself up, knees underneath those hips, hands underneath those shoulders, engaging that core. No arch in that lower back. Here we go. Take it up, flex that foot. Back up for our final move of this round. A little bit of cardio, it's going to get that heart rate up a little bit. We're doing a double squat pulse with a jack to cross. So I'm here, pulse, pulse up. And I'm switching each time the foot that goes in front. So the first time I'll do the right, second time I'll do the left. Doesn't matter which one you start with, just make sure you alternate. If you're modifying, squat, squat, tap, squat, squat, tap. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Weight in the heels in that squat. Don't let those knees buckle. Push against that band if you're using one. Rest. All right, round 1 is done. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. I'm just gonna take my band off for a second just to give my legs just a quick little break. All right, moving on to round 2. You took that band off, go ahead and pop it back on. Carefully. All right, so we're starting with those squats. So squat front, pivot to the right, squat, back to the center, staying nice and low. All right, let's get round 2 going. In 3, 2, 1, and start. And make sure, I gotta go on the floor, make sure you pivot your feet to point in the direction that you're going. So your feet should, your toes should always be pointing straight as with your knees. Chest up high.
Tap it back, lift, tap in. So again, that left leg, I'm almost in a little bit of a squat. So my knee is bent, weight is in the heel, tap back, lift, tap down. Here we go, let's go. Tap back, squeeze that glute to lift that leg. And notice my upper body is completely still. There's no forward flexion, no bending forward when I'm doing my leg lift. Core in nice and tight. This left knee pointed straight to me. Don't let it buckle in. Rest. All right, we got that other side to do. Your heart rate should be up. We're working all the lower body. They're big muscles. They require a lot of blood flow to them. Therefore, our heart rate goes up. Never a bad thing. All right, standing on that right leg. Left leg goes back. Knee does not do this. Keep it to me. And tap it back. Lift and squeeze. Tap and in. You can even put your hands on your hips, wherever you're more comfortable. I don't know, I always just tend to take them right up chest level. Really squeeze that glute when you lift that leg, right here, squeeze, up. With a leg lift. So we're lifting the leg that's on the inside again. Again, making sure no teapot here. Everything stays up nice and straight, squeezing that outer thigh and glute. Here we go. Sink it low, weight in the heels, chest up. Up, squeeze the glutes, then lift. So I'm taking my feet about right underneath my hips here. Come up and squeeze, lift. And the more you sink into it, the more challenging it is, the lower you are. Rest. All right, we are coming down to the floor for that butterfly bridge. Bottoms of those feet are together. Knees are pressed open. Lower back on that mat. Hips come all the way up, squeezing those glutes at the top. And press it up and squeeze, and lower. Off that tension, but then get right back into it. Rest. We are flipping on over. Right leg. We have that 90-degree heel press to the ceiling, followed by a hydrant, all on the right side. All right. Hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. No arch in that back, really engage that core. Here we go. We lift it up, press it up, squeeze,
and squeeze. Rest. All right, other side. Line everything up, hands underneath those shoulders, engage that core. No arch in that back. And we lift it up, squeeze, and side. And take a little pause at the top, really feel that squeeze, feel that contraction. That band is going to want to pull you back in, but fight it. We have one more exercise, our little lower body cardio combo, that double squat pulse to our cross jack. Again, make sure you're alternating which foot goes in front. If you're modifying your squat, squat, tap, and switching feet. Here we go, last 40 seconds of work. Don't let those knees cave into the middle. Pulse, pulse, up. Nice and quick. Engage that inner thigh as those legs come across for that jack. Rest. All right, let's take that band off. You have a seat. Don't do it standing. Your legs are fatigued. You may fall over. I don't want to see that happen. All right, come on back up though. Don't sit too long. That heart rate is up a little bit. So keep your feet moving a little bit. Towel off, grab a sip of water, and then I'll take you through a cool down. Awesome job today. That's tough if you used a band and maybe it was your first time, or if you've used them before, it's always challenging. You don't need to use weights all the time. Bands are great to add a little bit of extra resistance and really tone and shape those legs. All right. Good. Are my shorts straight? I have a thing with my shorts are uneven. All right, so let's take a nice big breath in here. Inhale up. Exhale, blow it all out. Let's bring that heart rate down a little. Inhale up. Exhale. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale. Last one. Inhale up. Let's exhale into an inner thigh stretch. You can either keep it up here, using those hands to press those knees back, or use those forearms and elbows to press them back. Good, let's shift it over to the right. And over to the left. And again, over to the right. Pivot around. Let's take a nice hip flexor stretch here. Pressing those hips down. Press that heel back. Back leg is nice and straight. If this is too much down here, take it right up here on that knee. Good, let's fold the front leg under. Let's take a pigeon pose here, flatten out that back toe. Make sure you're not sitting off to the side. The weight should be right in the middle. And if you like, you can take it down here. My workout partner bailed on me. He had a rough morning. Not really, but you would think he did. Good. You can kind of shift like side to side a little bit. Feel where it's tight. Maybe hold it there. Let it loosen up a little bit. Good. Let's come back up. Let's bring that back leg in to a pyramid pose here. I'm lengthening through my spine. I'm not rounding my shoulders. My knees are not locked out. I have a little micro bend in them. And I'm going to lift up my front toe and press it down. And lift and press it down. One more. Lift and press it down. Good, let's walk it on over to that other side, to the left. We'll take a little side bend here and pop right into our hip flexor stretch. Pressing that heel back, hips are pressing down. Good, let's take a pigeon pose. Let's fold that leg under. Again, make sure that weight is right in the middle. Flatten out that back toe. You can either keep the chest lifted here or take it all the way down. And just take a little rock like side to side, hitting those different areas in that glute. Good, coming up, let's pull that back leg in. Lengthening through that spine. And lift the front toe. And release. And lift. And release. One more here. Lift. And release. Good, let's turn the toes and knees to me. Let's come back center. And hold right here. And let's roll it up, nice and easy. Good, I want you to cross your right leg over the left and let's roll it down. Let's hit that IT band a little bit here. You should be feeling this on the outside of your left leg. Try to keep both legs as straight as you can. You can even press your left hip over a little bit. And roll it up. And cross the left leg over and you'll feel this one in the right IT band. Let's roll it down. And roll it up. And we'll finish with a quad stretch. So if you need something for balance, go ahead and grab it. Pulling the heel to the butt. Knee points to the floor. Tuck the hips and pelvis under. Find a spot on the floor to help you balance. Stare at it. And switch as I lose my balance. And let's finish with a nice big breath in here. Inhale up and exhale out. And thank you so much for joining me for this lower body workout. You are all done with your workout for today. I'm so glad that you pushed play. I hope that you are too. Let me know if you like this workout by hitting that thumbs up button. If you want to see more like this, leave me some comments below. Let me know if you like the bands, you don't like the bands. If you've just recently added bands and you love them, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you haven't already, please make sure you help me out by hitting that subscribe button so I can reach so many more people with my free workouts. Hit your notification bell so you know every single time that I upload a new one so that you can be here and join me. And again, thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day.